What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about the new all-Madden head-to-head mode. It's back, but for a limited time. We're going to be talking about an all-new lineup, new abilities, all that good stuff. But before we get into that, I want to share with you guys what you need to do today. Pretty much to get your, icing on the top done, you got to win 3 head-to-head games. Now, the head-to-head mode does count with all Madden because that's what I played. Just so you guys know, because sometimes, when they put out a new mode, it doesn't count and weird things happen. In this situation, that is what the case is. That's what you're going to need to go ahead and do. As far as you guys that are asking about, I got to go ahead and go get the new challenge that we just unlocked with the tree tickets. I want to show you, what is it, the Sugar Showdown? No, that's not it. I'm going to show you right here. Okay, so look, this is the situation right here. You only can get 100 right now from what's available with part 1 of this promo. So for those of you guys that are wondering about, why it stopped and why there aren't other challenges available, nobody has any other challenges available yet until they release the second part of part 2 of this promo. So don't be discouraged. It's not anything going on with your system or whatever like that. It is a situation where there is just no more available right now, but it will be as soon as they update it. As far as the MUT Daily Assist, I have already completed this, and I think I did it 3 times. Some of you guys went back and watched the videos, and apparently I've already done it 3 times. I didn't think that I did, but apparently I did already. So EA Sports locked me out and said that I can't do it anymore, but you would need to go ahead today. If you're still doing it, you would have to pass for 600 yards today in order to unlock the MUT Heroes Daily Assist. And also, you're going to get like one of those surveys that comes up, and it's going to probably ask you how the MUT Heroes whole promo was. Please vote positively for it, because this was one of the rare ones where they gave us the opportunity to earn auctionable cards from doing the challenges and stuff like that. So just make sure you go ahead and vote it up. Like, yes, you enjoyed it, because we need to get away from all this NAT stuff. All this NAT stuff is really polluting the game. So if you guys will go ahead and do that, I've already done it. I did it live on stream. For those of you guys that are subscribed to GmiasWorld Gaming, you'll see that this survey came up. And yes, when they do a good job, we are going to come together and say, look, that's a good job. When the job is not so good, we're going to also let them know, like, yo, I don't know what you're doing, but this ain't working. All right, so now let's go ahead and jump into some of the new changes that have been going on with the squad, the new abilities and everything like that. I want to let you guys understand, I rage sold Claypool because Claypool is just not, like, the dude, he's just big for nothing, dude. He's big for nothing. I can't do it, bro. Like, that dude right there, he wasn't doing the job. So what did we do? We went after Braylon Edwards, we rage sold Claypool, and now we have Braylon Edwards. A lot of you guys were already utilizing Braylon Edwards. I didn't like the fact that he was 6'3" because I want a Moss, but he's been really, really good on, running those skinny posts, some of the in routes. He's been good. He moves around pretty well. I don't know what his run block is, but he's been doing a pretty good job. Impact block is 72. Where's his run block footwork? Okay, right there. But where's his run block? Oh, right there, 69. So, yeah, he's pretty good. He actually helps out in the game. He does what he's supposed to do. So I'm all set with that as far as that goes. Mossing, though, I have not yet mossed with him. Okay, but also, I haven't really tried at this point. I have to go back and take a look at it in a little, but I haven't really tried it. So I can't really say if he can moss or not. More than likely he can. Most people just throw the ball up in the coverage anyway, and whatever happens, happens. So, pretty much I'm pretty sure he can. We are using that deep in on him for now to see what's going on. And yes, he can still moss with the deep in instead of deep out. So just go ahead and check that out as well. It might have been part of the update. They got wacky with some of the abilities. I don't know what they're doing. It doesn't really matter to me. So that is one of the additions offensively. Defensively, we had an overhaul. All right, you're going to notice Justin Reid. You're going to notice Eric Berry. All right, Sean Springs has already been there. J.J. Watt is there. These players and what we're doing right now with them, I believe we have one of the better defenses currently in MUT. All right, because everybody does what they're supposed to do. So we're going to start off with Justin Reid, zone archetype. So he goes ahead and gets that mid zone for 1. For those of you guys that were asking me about it, and those of you guys that joined me when I was on Gut Fox's stream and we were talking about mid-zone, prior to them updating the AP, we were able to kind of understand that it was really broken. Mid-zone, like it just lit up for no reason and nobody was doing anything. It appears that they tuned it to give us actual improved reactions and actual better catch knockouts and things like that. So because of that situation, it is very important that you guys understand when you see these guys out there with a lot of mid zones, it's not the fact that it's always going to work and you should always have it, but they do react faster. And one of the things that I like about it, as opposed to Acrobat, they don't dive and let the ball go through their body. They break up the pass. So you don't get the animation to get an interception unless you click on yourself, but they'll break the pass up. And that's all I really need, because I've lost several games where you go for the play, it's Acrobat, he dives and the ball goes right through his chest, and he's alive still, there's no blood, and the game continues to go on. So I just want to make sure I point that out. Mid-zone is a really, really huge deal right now, simply because of that. Okay, it appears that at least in MUT, it's relevant again. So here goes his numbers: 98 speed, 97 excel, all that stuff. He's 6'1". The first thing that guys were asking was, Gmi, you love that 99 speed. Why would you go with this zone archetype? Why would you use him? He's one of the better guys that has that speed that's affordable. So it's not like you got to go out of your way and just go. Obviously, you guys can use corners and play them with mid-zone that have the zone archetype as well to get it for 1 AP. But you want big, 89 hit power. This dude he's blasting dudes. And he's a temporary guy until, obviously we're waiting for Taylor Mays. So even with like Eric Berry, these guys, as soon as we start to get other players, these guys are going to be gone. But we have to do what we need to do right now in order to make sure that we're getting wins. That is very, very important, that you upgrade your team based on what is actually going on now in the game. And this mid-zone thing, it's actually working. One thing I'm going to tell you again, if your player is a man archetype or an archetype that does not get mid-zone for 1, you are doing it wrong. You're going to need a zone archetype corner. Do not spend 2 on man-to-man archetypes, because what happens is now everything is wacky with your abilities. Because now you got to keep interchanging, you got to keep doing. It doesn't make any sense. Don't do that. That is not a good look. I would not recommend it. So you're gonna have to, even with your theme team, like right now we are down to 52 of 50. Still above it, we got 2 spots, but again, it's something that you should keep in mind. Do not worry about like, all right, I'm gonna lose a couple with my theme team. Get the right archetype so that you can spread everything around with the AP. Now, let's take a look at Eric Berry. You'll notice that he has pick artist because he's now our user, and Derwin James, who was a run support safety, gets mid-zone for 1 as well. So he has been moved to his actual position at safety. This guy's a hybrid. He wouldn't work out for us because he would get it for 2. The hybrid is one of the worst, I would say, one of the worst things that they could have done. Like, this archetype is pretty much useless. So his mid-zone would be 2. I don't really know the benefit of a lot of them. I think they just got, bored and just said, look, you know what? Let's just start doing random stuff. It doesn't really matter. The bottom line is, if he was a zone archetype or a run, a run support safety, we would make him be the actual safety with 99 speed. But in his case, he's not. So because we're going to use Derwin to get the 1, the 1 AP mid zone, we're going to utilize Eric Berry. Now, how is his user? Like, what would I rate him as? He is very, very quick. 96 hit power. If he gets in, he'll get a lot of big hits. They usually don't result in fumbles, but he will get a lot of big hits. Okay, that is very, very important for you guys to understand that as well. So when you're usering him, definitely go for those hit sticks. Some of you were saying, what about Deflator? I don't have the AP to play around with Deflator. So right now I have a blitz that's screaming. I don't want to go away from that. I don't want to start experimenting, because everybody knows what happens when you start to do that with Madden. Everything just goes crazy. So there's really no reason at this time to do that. And I don't feel like I'm in a position where I need to. So we're going to leave it the way that it is right now and just go from there. All right, guys, so he's the new user with pick artist. And trust me, even if you're good at timing and interception, without pick artist, you'll drop a few. And sometimes in the most critical parts of the game. All right, so now, these 2 guys also, they have edge threat elite on them, and my middle linebackers have inside stuff, but they're run stopping middle linebackers. And these guys, like I said, have mid zone. And then finally, we go over to Derwin James. All right, he's a run support safety that gets mid zone for 1. That's all you need to know. There's nothing else we need to talk about. You have to go after the players that get the best possible abilities for the cheapest amount, so that when you spread everything around, it's easier. You're not like wasting anything, and it makes sense what you're doing with the ability points. That is very, very important to your, to your success in the game. Because if you can get 2 edge threat elites, trust me, I played against it a lot this weekend league. It was hell. You got to make faster reads. You can't really move outside the pocket unless you got Lamar Jackson and you don't care. Most of the idiots I was playing, they had Lamar Jackson. They're running outside the pocket. They're throwing the ball without looking. It was weird. But Edge Threat Elite is a lot better. It looks like they tuned it up so you can get better pressure with it. So if you can space it out to get those guys out there, I think it'll be a lot better for you guys. So looking at his numbers, 98 speed, 99 excel, he is a good safety to utilize right now. When Taylor Mays drops, somebody has to go, right? So we'll figure that out when that happens. But at this time right now, he's the guy. He gets it for 1, so we don't have to worry about it. So now all of our coverage outside has mid zone. And then we also have edge threat elites. So they got to make a play. They got to find out what they're doing, and your user has to make them pay. It all comes down to your user at the end of the day. If you can't maneuver and be where you're supposed to be, none of this matters. All right? Now, JJ Watt is still working. Some of you guys are like, yo, Gmias, what about Pierce? Like I said, right now, JJ Watt has been acting real crazy on the line, so he's good because he's spaced out with other players. He's not playing by himself in the middle, the way that we utilize Michael Pierce. So he's playing a lot better, and he's helping other guys get off the edge faster. So for now, everything is good. Plus, he can get any team chem, which is why he's an asset right now. And it's really, really working out for us going forward. So I'm going to tell you this right now. This is where we are at this current time. I do believe that many of you guys are in the right positions to go ahead and upgrade your teams. This is a layout that I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed the content. If you have, drop a like, follow. Also subscribe at GmiasWorld Gaming and follow me on social media at GmiasWorld on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.